Hello and welcome to the Quantum Flash channel. My name is Quantum Flash and I have recently just finished, about maybe like a week or two ago, I had finished both Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Two animes that I have heavily enjoyed. Here are my brief opinions on just watching them. This isn't any big review, it's just quick thoughts on how I felt after finishing the series. Or series, in this case. Do note there will be spoilers to an extent, like at least the first episodes and with some small things throughout the series. So, like I said, really enjoyed both of these series because I thought they were just really cool concepts with really cool ideas put into it. It looked good, it sounded good. You actually get time to connect with most of these characters, so you actually get to, experience some of the things they're going through. So overall, I just think it's such a great just anime series because it just works so well with itself. One thing I really enjoyed was, just to begin with, was the alchemy system itself. The idea of equivalent exchange.
Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. That is alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange.
It was just an amazing idea. I love it so much. It's like conservation of mass, like scientific ideas with a magical aspect of it. Science that could not be explained to us, but it is explained to them. And alchemy technically varies between the two stories, both being, they're different. I'm not going to say how they're different, just I will say that they are different. So whether or not, if you prefer Fullmetal Alchemist or Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is, all up to opinion. I personally enjoyed both, and I do enjoy the alchemy of both series. I'm just saying there are differences. Some of them I do like better than others. And so, briefly, when it mentions the Philosopher's Stone, it actually has, there's two different things. There's a key difference between the two, Fullmetal Alchemist and Brotherhood, on Philosopher's Stones. Again, not going to say what that is because I don't want to ruin it. But there's a substantial difference between the two. And I must say, I'm not sure how I feel about that difference. I do kind of like the way Brotherhood went about it, but I also kind of enjoy the concept a bit more, just in the way Fullmetal Alchemist handles it. But I must say the Brotherhood method does seem more logical in an aspect. But yeah, overall, the alchemy system is a great system. It works well, and I love seeing how certain characters use alchemy in certain ways, because most of the alchemists in the series usually only have the one gimmick, so they're forced to stay within that gimmick, but I like seeing how they try to do as much as they can with that one gimmick.
Had the rare pleasure of witnessing the famous Armstrong statuary technique.
So, branching off, this series has really cool characters. From the main characters, Edward and Alphonse Elric, to their best friend, Winry Rockbell, and then their friends in the military, such as Colonel Mustang, Alex Louise Armstrong, Hawkeye. They're really cool characters, and it's nice to see these characters interact because they have funny interactions, they have very serious interactions, they have just overall just interesting interactions, and I like seeing these characters together and how they handle situations, because in times they can have really creative, interesting ways of solving problems. And just the ability of them working together to do these crazy feats, but nothing seeming too absurd that expands any viewer's expansion of disbelief, is just great. And I like learning about these characters and how they live in this world they call Amestrius, I believe. But yeah, off of cool characters, one aspect I do like is the homunculi, these creatures in the series that you will see a lot of. Once they start popping up, they don't stop. And I really like these because, while I do think like their names, once you get to see them, are extreme, I guess, because it's very heavy focused on that theme, they still have more of a personality than just that one aspect of their life. They are still characters, and they're even, I'd say, more characters in Fullmetal than they are in Brotherhood, but that's just a personal thought of going through each series once. So overall, the homunculi are cool creatures, and it's interesting to see how they differ between the two series and what abilities the two of them have. Or all the homunculi in general. Yeah. And one thing that I will say is significantly better in Brotherhood would definitely be the locations, because you see so many more new locations in Brotherhood than you do Fullmetal Alchemist, which is nice because it makes the world feel far more lived in, far more unique, and just overall it's more interesting to see new characters of different cultures. But yeah, it's honestly, both are really good series, and I do recommend both of these. I would say, like, I recommend these because I watched it, so you watched it. But I just think that these are both really good series. I know some people actually think Brotherhood is significantly better than the original Fullmetal Alchemist. And I can see where they get those viewpoints, because Brotherhood seems far more fleshed out. Though I must say, comparing the two, it does seem a bit more, let's say, rushed, because it goes through some of the ideas in Fullmetal Alchemist, but Brotherhood actually stomps most of those ideas. Some you don't even see, and some they glance over. So there are certain aspects in Fullmetal that I wished were transferred into the Brotherhood reboot, but overall both are I'd say very good standalone series, and they are worth a watch if you're interested in a series that has like science, like magic, cool characters, a world you can learn to understand, and some more magical aspects. And nothing seems too outlandish, and everything seems pretty grounded to the idea of equivalent exchange, but there are interesting things you learn about characters and background, and oh, it's such a massive series, it's hard to think about this after just watching it once. But yeah, that's just my first opinion or standpoint on after watching the two series only one time. So, no refreshers, no no heavy notes, just my quick thoughts of it. But yeah, they're both good series. The animation in both of them are very nice, and the intro and the music overall is just pleasant, and most of it's actually pretty dang good. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope I've encouraged you to expand your pop culture, and I'll see you in the next one.